What up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MTG Malone. And today we're doing another viewer deck. Today's deck is by Zero, but before we get into the deck, if you're new to the channel or you're just a regular tuning in that hasn't subscribed yet, now's your chance. Sucker punch that old subscribe button while he's not looking. Help me reach our next big milestone of 600. Yes! We're not that far away, and I would really appreciate your help getting me up there. Thank you very much. But enough yammering, let's get into the hammering. Today is a Golgari Mutation Deck by Zero. Thank you very much for sending me the deck. There will be only one deck left tomorrow, and tomorrow will be something special. So make sure that you will be here in the last deck of this crazy expansion, because tomorrow night we will finally be in Kaldheim! Oh, freaking yes. And I will be doing a pack opening live here on YouTube, so make sure that you have that ring, that bell, that rings down there to let you know when I'm going online. So, but enough yammering. As I said, let's get into the hammering. So, this is a mutation deck. A Golgari mutation deck. So, there's also an UGIN in here. I mean, why the heck not? Why not have a freaking UGIN in this deck? So, this deck revolves around two very interesting creatures. Once we have the Swarm, you know this little fella. He has been here annoying us all for the longest time. Whenever land enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 green insect creature, but if you have 6 or more lands, you make a copy out of him. And yeah, if you have something mutated on it, you make a copy of the mutation. So what do we have as mutates in here? Well, also we have the Mysterious Egg. And yeah, this guy's also pretty interesting, because whenever this creature mutates, you put a 1/1 counter on it, which is pretty freaking nice. So what do we have in here? We have, oh, and also the Essence Symbiote. I almost forgot. Whenever a creature you control mutates, you put a 1/1 counter on that creature, and you gain 2 life, which is pretty nice. So if you mutate the Mysterious Egg while you have the Essence Symbiote out, that is 2 1/1 counters for the Mysterious Egg, which is pretty nice. So, what do we have in here? So, first, there were 2 cards in here that I had to change out, so I put 2 Lotus Cobra in here, because there was the Druid in here, the Hexproof one, but that is not available in this expansion, so sorry Zero, but I had to change it out. So, then we have the Insatiable Hamophage, and I freaking love the art. And whenever this creature mutates, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of times it had mutated. So the first time it is 1, then it is 3 and 4 and so on. Then we have the Dirge Bat. Also, love the freaking art. You mutate this for 6. And or you mutate something onto it, which would be smarter, but it has flash and flying, which is pretty good. So you can mutate this in instant speed. And whenever this creature mutates, you destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, which is also so strong. Then we have the Jam Razor, and whenever this creature mutates, you destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this is pretty good against a lot of stuff. You can destroy Amber Cleaves, you can destroy Great Hinges, you can destroy Elspeth Conquers Death, Elspeth Nightmares, whatever you want to destroy. You can even, if you want, destroy the Sad Robot with this, which is pretty freaking cool. Then we have the Migratory Greathorn, and whenever this mutates, you search a library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library, of course. And yeah, if you put this on the Swarm, you know what will happen. It will mutate, it will duplicate itself immediately. Then we have the Boneyard Lurker, and also another amazing freaking art. Whenever this creature mutates, you return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, which can be pretty nice. So, could be a land, could be a creature, whatever you want it to be, it will be it. Then we have the Cavern Whisper, and whenever this mutates, each opponent discards a card. And then we have, of course, the Auspicious Derricks, and whenever this mutates, you exile cards from top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times it mutated, and then you put those on the battlefield. So, also pretty freaking nice. Let's say you mutate the Derricks onto the Swarm, and then you put a Migratory Greathorn on it. There could be like 2 or 3 lands for you incoming. No freaking problemo. Then we have the Chittering Harvester. I don't know if you can see it, but here it is. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacks a creature, and that is also pretty freaking cool. And then of course the UGIN. Then we have some removal with the Heartless Act, which is just a nice choice for removal always. And yeah, then we have one Return to Nature, which also destroys artifact, enchantments, or exiles a card from the graveyard, which can be pretty nice against those pesky freaking rogues. Also the Gem Razor, also pretty good against rogues, because it has reach. So yeah, pretty freaking nice. Then we have a Cultivate in here, and the Cultivate will help you search for cards, for land cards. Put them onto the battlefield, put one into your hand. Pretty nice. And an Agadeem's Awakening, not only is this a land source, but it also returns creatures from the graveyard to the battlefield immediately. So, then we have some ramp with the Lotus Cobra and the Elysian Sirited. This gives you a green mana of any color, or if you have a creature with 4 or more power, you get 2 mana, which is pretty nice. So, what you want to do is put the Migratory Greathorn onto the Lotus Cobra as well, and then you will ramp pretty freaking fast. Also we have the Gilded Goose, and the Silly Goose makes you food, and then you can ramp even freaking faster. Also, because this is a Golgari deck, we have a Scavenging Ooze. Just fits the theme perfectly. So the Scavenging Ooze, you know this bad boy. You exile target card from a graveyard and put a 1/1 counter on it if it was a creature. Also you get a life if it was a creature. So did I forget anything? I don't think so. So, as I said, also an UGIN, I mean, why not? It's just a strong card. And yeah, would I change some stuff in here? Maybe I would take out the Cavern Whisperer, put in another Gem Razor, but hey, that is just my take on the deck. Maybe also the Mysterious Egg could go, but this is a pretty budget-friendly deck. So, I would keep it like it is. Maybe we have some budget players in here that would like to try something out, and with this, you can do it. This is the Mutating Swarm. We have 1 Castle Locthwain, 9 beautiful Bobros Swamps, 9 beautiful Bobros Forests. We have 4 Jungle Hollows, which give you life, and we have a Temple of Melody. As I said, this is a pretty budget-friendly deck, and I think that almost everyone would be able to craft this, because it has a lot of commons, uncommons, and not that many rares and mythic rares. So, this is the Mutating Swarm. I will bring this to unranked first, and if it performs well, you know me, I will bring it to ranked. And I will see you all in those Golgari games. Alrighty, so, as I said, this is a pretty budget-friendly deck, so if you're new to the game, you might try this one out. And yeah, there are some cards maybe in here that you don't have, but there's always ways to work around that. Pierre Bale. And we're up against an UGIN deck, a Yorion deck. But we're going first. I like that. And we have the Greathorn, we have the Lotus Cobra, so that is a pretty nice combination of cards to have. He's rocking the Black Lotus here. I like it. So, turn 2 we have the Lotus Cobra. And he has the Gilded Goose. So the Chittering Harvester is pretty nice here. But we get the Lotus Cobra out. And next turn we can put down the Migratory Greathorn, which is also pretty freaking nice. But do I want to play it now? I think what I want to do... He's a Mutate deck as well. Frickin' sweet. Alright. The Hammerphage. So yeah, let's put that one onto our Lotus Cobra first. Get ourselves a black here. Mutate this over our Lotus Cobra to make it stronger and bigger. No need to attack. This costs 5, right? Alright. So, depending on what he does here, he will lose all of his creatures. Okay. Yeah, the shark was pretty unexpected. But here it is. Here comes the shark. Alright, we got another freaking Lotus Cobra. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And we will use it here. And next turn, with the Migratory Greathorn, we can do some stuff. So if he mutates this once more, and we get 1 mana. Alright. So he's putting all his eggs in one basket. Carrot basket. So that is still pretty nice. That is still pretty nice. So all we need is 1 mana. Whatever it is, I'll gladly take it. This wasn't a mana. Alright. Alright. So we put down the Scavenging Ooze, we put down the Lotus Cobra. And now there's 3 targets and he needs to decide which one he wants to take down. But we're still hoping for the Chittering Harvester. And he's still Mutating Strong, so he draws himself 2 cards here. Is able to return 1 thing to our hand. And he's not afraid to do it. So we're still hoping for 1 land. Would be sweet if we find it. So let me think. Oh, here it is. Here's the land. Pretty nice. Make ourselves a black. And now the Chittering Harvester can mutate over the Scavenging Ooze. And this will be a 4/6. And whenever we want, we can make it bigger. Which we will want to do. So, his creature is freaking gone. And now we eat the Pouncing Shore Shark. It was the most annoying. And yeah, as you can see, now this is a 5/7. Pretty freaking sweet. And he knows that we have some mutate creatures in here as well. So next turn, depending on what he does here, we have him. So what are you doing, my friend? The Auspicious Starix. Yep, this baby will go as well. So how many things can we mutate here? Let me count. This is for 3. And this is also for 3. So we can get rid of both of his creatures here, which is pretty freaking nice. We mutate this under. Alright, he put all his eggs in one basket. Which wasn't maybe the best idea. But he did it. But he freaking did it. Now we put this onto here. Under. And I think, yeah. I think we got him here. I think we got him. He needs to sack here. We still have 3. So we can eat the creatures. Make this boy bigger. Well, we already have him. So let's attack in. Let's not prolong this. But as you could have seen, putting all your eggs in one basket isn't always the best. Nice. 1 freaking 0. So what are the freaking chances? We're playing a Mutate deck the first time on this channel. And we're going up against a Mutate deck in the first game. Whew. Mind freaking blown. So the opponent goes first here. And we have some nice ways of ramping. So I will keep this. We also have the Heartless Act. So whatever he's playing, we have answers. We use this as a land. What's going on here? I like to order my lands good. Alright, he's playing Control. That is not the best thing for us, but it's also not the worst. So let's put down the tap land here. Alright, we want all the lands we can get as fast as possible. So now we're on 2. Next turn we will be on 3, 4. The Cloudskin Seer. Alright, what are you playing, my friend? What are you playing? Cloudskin Seer can live for now. So this is 4, 5. Let me count real quick. If I put this down, this will make 2. The Arcanist Owl. Alright. He got himself a Banishing Light. I don't like... Okay, game, that's enough. That is enough, lands. That is enough, lands. So we chill back here. And we take care of the Arcanist Owl. Is he even doing anything? He is. So we take care of the Arcanist Owl here. Maybe he has a counter spell in hand. He does not. Okay. So we take 2 here. Are you getting rid of my Ceratid? Ceratid? Still family friendly, that's just his name. Yeah. So, what is he doing? He plays out another owl, maybe? The Midnight Clock. Interesting. And now we have the Cavern Whisperer. Also interesting. Do I want this on the field? I think I want this on the field. And now we're on 2, 4, 5, 7 mana. So, depending on what he does here, we have our UGIN. Depending on what he does here. If he really wants to Banishing Light something here, we still have the UGIN. Which is pretty nice. But let us see if we can ramp into the UGIN so quick. Alright. So he's all in enchantments. All in enchantments. That is very nice. So what are you playing? Pretty interesting deck. But I still fear a counterspell here. We haven't seen one yet. He discards 2 lands. And he has the Banishing Light. Okay, so the Burnout Lurker is gone. So sadly, we will not be able to play the UGIN now. But hey, that's just how it is. Oh, that is also pretty nice draw. So, we put down the Cavern Whisperer here. Are we mutating this? Make him discard a card. Yeah, I think we are. I think that we are. Making a discard a card here is pretty nice. Also, now we mutate the Insatiable Hammerfetch on it as well. And we get some life back. And make him discard another card. Which is pretty nice. So we get 2 life back, drain him 2, and he needs to discard another freaking card. Alright, what is your last card, my friend? What is it? This is a 5-drop now. The Ominous Sea. And the Yorion. The freaking Yorion. Okay, so he wants to put the Banishing Light over my Cavern Whisperer now. Which is pretty bad. But still not the end of the world. Because if we find 1 more mana, which we did. No need to attack in here. We will have our UGIN. And it doesn't seem like he plays counterspells. So that is pretty nice. And if he got 1 counterspell now in his last 2 draws, well, that's just how it freaking is. Arcanist Owl. So this is a 4-drop. Yeah, sadly we will lose our Boneyard Lurker. But we have our UGIN now. Do you have a counterspell in your last hand? The last card is a counterspell? I really don't hope so. So I was wondering why the UGIN is in here. But yeah. Yes, bow down to the UGIN. Nobody wants to see you, my friend. But here you are. A UGIN. Alright, we got ourselves 2 wins already. Well, technically 3, because there was one person who just surrendered before we even played our first land. But hey, why should I show you that game? The opponent goes first. We have the silly goose, and we have some mutate creatures, so yeah, this is pretty a-okay. Putting down the jungle hollow first, getting some life. Next turn we can play the silly goose. Oh, he's a constellation deck. And again we found the UGIN in our first few cards. Alright. So we need to get on 5 and then we're good. But we have to cultivate, so this will be pretty achievable. The Cetacean Champion. I don't like that at all. So we use the cultivate here. Get ourselves a black and a green. Put the black on the field, doesn't really matter. So next turn we can use the Chittering Harvester. He will need to sacrifice something. And the turn afterwards we can use the Hammerfist. Okay. Okay. So he has a lot of enchantment creatures, which I don't really like. And he can ramp really quick here. Really quick. But still he will need to sacrifice something. Alright, so he's full on enchantment creatures. That is kinda bad. We're taking 3 here, nothing we can do, and we're drawing a lot of lands. So at least the ramping goes really well. Now we mutate this over our silly goose. Now we have a 4/6 in the air, which is pretty nice. He needs to sack something. And we chill back for now. Because this has a big booty, so we can be safe for a little longer. Just for a little longer. Then we have the Hammerfist that we can mutate over. So he's on 6 mana already. The Archon of Sun's Grace. Yeah, he's going all in enchantments. Must feel pretty nice. Found himself another land. So we only need to survive for 2 more turns. And then we have the frickin' UGIN. And then you can watch him scoop. Oh, the Scoot Swarm, eh? The frickin' Scoot Swarm. So can I play this now? Yeah, well, I don't think I want to. I think I want to be able to play the UGIN as soon as frickin' possible. 2, 4, 6... And unless he has ways to deal with my creature, we put this under. Unless he has a way to deal with the Chittering Harvester here, we will get our UGIN pretty freaking soon. And we pass the turn here. So, unless he can deal with the Chittering Harvester, we will wipe the whole board. The Faladar Retreat. That is just a little too late, my friend. Means you don't have ways to deal with my creature. At least I hope so. At least I freaking hope so. Alright, so this is a lot of damage coming in. Gotta admit. But it's not enough to kill us. And he won't even attack in with everything. Only with the stuff that will survive. Oh my lord. That is a lot of damage. That indeed will be a lot of damage. So we will need to be very careful here. Oh. Okay. So that is a lot of damage. Alright, I gotcha, I gotcha. You're pretty strong with your enchantment game here. And I think that this is it. Yep, he got us. We only needed to survive one last freaking turn, but we did not. We did not survive for one last turn. So, pretty good game from his part. His enchantment game was pretty strong. There was literally nothing we could have done here. This is a lot of damage. Oh, oh, minus 11. Oh, oh. Wow. This worked out really well for him. So our last opponent got us pretty good. Pretty freaking good. But hey, you can't always have what you want. Alright, so we got some mutators. We got some creatures that profit from mutating. So let's keep this. Sadly, this costs 5, but maybe we draw something that costs a little less. And we put down a mysterious egg. Okay, but we found the cultivate, so that is pretty nice. Are we up against a rogue stack? I mean, this is a rogue. But does it mean that this is a rogue stack? It doesn't have counter spells. I like that. And next turn we have the cultivate open. So I like that as well. So he didn't have a counter spell. The Skyclave freaking apparition. Okay. Okay. Wasted on that. I don't mind at all. Now we use the cultivate. Get ourselves 2 green because we already have a lot of black. We sadly cannot attack in. But next turn we can mutate this onto the mysterious egg. He will need to sacrifice his Skyclave apparition, which is pretty nice. Unless of course he takes care of my mysterious egg here. Oh, he's milling us. Well, that is not even too bad because we have the Boneyard Lurker. But it is bad because now he can sack the Overwhelmed Apprentice. The Scoot Swarm, eh? Yeah, this is also pretty nice. But we're not using it yet. I want to make at least 1 copy with it. So, let's be oppressive here. This becomes a 5/7 because it gets a counter. And yeah. You will need to sack something, which is pretty nice. And now we attack in for 5. And if he has a board wipe or something, well, we have the Boneyard Lurker very soon. Oh, the Linvala. I like that card so much. I freaking love that card. Okay. So we're on 5, which means that if we put down a Scoot Swarm now, we will make a copy of it. Sadly, the mysterious egg itself can't mutate, but we put it down anyways. And if he kills the Scoot Swarm, we can just bring it back with the Boneyard Lurker, which is pretty nice. Alright. So, the Chittering Harvester here really puts in work. And I mean, look at the art. Isn't it freaking amazing? Oh, I like it very much. The Squad Commander. Isn't this just a little too late, my friend? No blocks. So he's not a mill deck. Sad. Oh, but we have a frickin' Jam Razor now. So this means we have something with reach. Which is pretty frickin' nice. So we put this on our Scoot Swarm over here. Putting it over. Now we play a land. Now we have 2 of them. Which is pretty nice. Pretty freaking nice. And now we get ourselves a land back. So maybe I should have done this before, but hey. 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 So we get ourselves the Castle Lotwain, so we can draw some cards here. And now we attack in with these 2. And he can't really block. Was this lethal? No, it wasn't. Well, he can block. Yeah, he can block. But we still have 2 reach creatures with a big booty, so that is pretty freaking nice. And he knows that we have a land, so yeah. What do you want to do, opponent? Playing down a Pack Beast, I see. Another one. Alright, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. So this can't block, but this can block. But those all have indestructible. Alright. So this is 10 damage. If we block like this and like this, this is only 8 damage. But you know what? The egg is not as important. But I think we still got him because of the trample. I think we still got him because of the trample. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like we still got him because of the trample. Alright, we got him! Nice! Scoot mutate. More like scoop mutate. Alright, Zero. So, 3-1. Oh my lord, I fell 2% just tonight. Interesting. Interesting. So this is also pretty nice. The opponent goes first. So, we won 3 games. That means that we will try this bad boy out in ranked. And we're drawing a lot of lands. I don't like that at all. We're up against Mono Red. Okay. Let's try to get the Scavenging Ooze on the field. And if he survives for 1 turn, which looks like it. So we take some damage here. Oh, he does have the Bone Crusher. Okay, I gotcha, my friend. I gotcha. So I hope that he would survive at least 1 turn. And we're drawing nothing but lands here. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty... Oh lord. Okay. So this is one of the fastest losts I've ever seen. Yeah, there's and we're drawing another land. Okay, game. Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. So are we dead yet? Maybe we're not. Maybe we aren't dead yet. So this is... If I block this, this is 3. But he has the Castle Ambereth. So, yeah. And he has another haste creature. And the Annex now. So yeah, we're pretty dead. We are pretty dead. So let me count. This is 3 plus 4 from the Thorbrand. So we're pretty dead. Good game, my friend. Good freaking game. Fastest loss of my life. Alright, as the game was pretty freaking quick, Zero, I will grant you 1 more game with the Mutate deck in ranked. And let us see how this works out. We're going first, which I like. And we have the Silly Goose here. So next turn we can even play the Migratory Greathorn onto the Silly Goose. But do I want to do that? I don't know yet. Again, we're drawing a lot of lands. So I think putting this over here now is pretty good, because unless of course he plays black, this creature will survive for a little longer. So we have a lot of green, let's get a black here. Birth of Meletis, that is good. Well, kinda good. And now we even have a Mysterious Egg. We put this on the field just for the heck of it. And now we can slam in for 3. And we can put this on the Mysterious Egg next turn. Depending on what he does here, it will be pretty nice. Alright. So we need to be super aggressive. And that is why we put this on a Mysterious Egg. And get in there for 8. And unless he has a board wipe here, this looks pretty nice. Come on, don't have a board wipe. 80 card deck, don't have a board wipe. The Fabled Passage, okay. So, the Doom Foretold. How much should this cost? 3. So we can create a food here. And then we sack the Migratory Greathorn, sadly. Oh, but this is also pretty nice. But we don't have enough for both. But I think it is still better to put this on the field and see what he does. We're still getting in there for 5, which is pretty nice. And now he sacks the Doom Foretold to itself. That is also pretty freaking nice. Alright. Did we get him? No, not yet. Sadly, not yet. But we are pretty close. Another land. So this will drain him for 1. And we are pretty close. Pretty freaking close. But 1 life point is 1 life point. So all we need is 1 good card, my friends. 1 good card. He has another freaking Doom Foretold. 80 card deck. 2 Doom Foretold in the first 15 cards. So all we need is 1 mana. All we need is 1 freaking mana. Oh yeah, right, we will lose our card. So I shouldn't have played the land. Should not have played the land. That was pretty stupid on my part. Pretty freaking stupid. So we just lost our way to win here. Yep. Oh my lord, we had him down to 1 freaking mana. 1 freaking mana. And now he's back on 3. Will be able to attack us very hard. And we don't have any ways to draw cards. So, I just gave that win away like nothing else. Pretty heartbreaking. Pretty freaking heartbreaking. But I didn't think that he would have 2 Doom Fortolds in his first 15 freaking cards. But yeah, those are those pesky freaking 80 card decks for you. No need to block here. We're still sitting pretty comfortable. We drew another freaking land. Ah, come on, game. So, just so you know, we have a 30% chance to draw land. 36. But we're drawing a lot of lands. The Heartless Act. We create a food. So at least we will survive for a little longer. We had him down to 1, but I gave it away. I freaking gave it away. How do you ask? Because I played a land. Because I played a land onto his Doom Foretold. A 3rd one. A 3rd freaking Doom Foretold. And he had no scrying whatsoever. Nothing in the swords. Nothing. And we drew another freaking land. Ahow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zero, but this didn't go well at all in ranked. I made 1 major mistake. I admit it. I made 1 major mistake. But him having... Oh, and now he even has the Dance of Demands? This is unreal. This is freaking unreal. So we went up against the perfect freaking starting hand. I mean, yeah, he looked at the first 20 cards and he found 3 Doom Fortolds, an Elspeth Conquers Death, everything he freaking needs. And what did we get? Lands. Freaking lands. And we lost our UGIN to my stupidity. So kinda got to blame myself for that. But still I don't think that there's anything that we can do here to make a comeback but to eat the food. Eat the stupid food. So he will be back on a lot of life. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Making some stupid mistake like that. And now we have the Cavern Whisperer. Does this buy us a turn? So, this is 10, 14. We can block 2. So sadly, this doesn't save us at all. I'm sorry, Zero. I had the win in my hands and I gave it away. But you could have seen, if I wouldn't have been so stupid, we would have won that game. Maybe. Who knows? We never know what he would have had in his hand. Maybe a counterspell? Who knows? Who freaking knows? But hey, was a pretty fun deck. I enjoyed it very much. 96? It's not 69. Alrighty, my friends. Well, we had a lot of fun, but in ranked, this didn't work out at all. And yeah, mutate decks in ranked actually don't work out that well because, yeah, there's a lot of removal. A lot of removal. And yeah, in the last game we could have gotten him maybe with the UGIN, but who knows what he would have had, and we still would have needed to draw one more land, which we did. We drew a lot of lands. And let me check real quick. Yep, 24 lands. So just the normal amount of lands that you should have, but still, those lands came in a lot of lands. And in a game like that, where the 80 card deck is super consistent, he didn't have any card draw, he didn't have any scrying or the swords, but still, 80 card deck. Of course he draws 3 Doom Foretold, of course he has his Dance of the Mans ready, and normally that deck only has 2 or 3 of them, so it's not even like they have 4 Dance of the Manses. Still, I'm just baffled about those 80 card decks being so freaking consistent every single time. And when you play them, well, they're not as consistent. That much I can tell you. But we got him down to 1. But the third Doom Foretold was just too much. That one was just too freaking much. So, would I change some stuff here? Yeah, I think I would get out the Mysterious Egg, put in 2 more Gilded Gooses. Maybe I would put, yeah, the Essence Symbiote as well. Can go. Put in 2 more Cultivates, just to thin your deck out as soon as possible, because you want those big boy mutating creatures on the field as fast as possible. Also, maybe another Scoot Swarm. But as I said, Zero, thank you very much for sending me that deck. It was very freaking fun. And tomorrow we have one last deck of this expansion, and in 2 days there will be a new freaking set with Kaldheim. So, if you made it this far, thank you very much. I will be streaming my pack opening on YouTube tomorrow night, so make sure that you're tuned in, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friend, help me reach the next big milestone of 6 freaking 100, and I will see you all tomorrow.